It's Nolan.
What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, if you haven't heard of Keith Lee yet, I know you're definitely living under a rock. You ain't never been on TikTok, and clearly you probably haven't been on too many other social media platforms either if you're not familiar with him, okay? But just a quick refresher, he's a former MMA fighter. He's in his mid to late 20s now. And for the past year or so, he's definitely been gaining a lot of traction on social media as a food critic, right? He's been going to different cities, states, and trying out all the best places that people recommend to him and giving his honest reviews about the food. Also, the customer service, which is definitely taking a big hit these days. When you go to fast food restaurants, when you go to other restaurants, even upscale stuff ain't always treating you the way that you would think. So he's definitely carved out a lane for himself on the social media sphere that he's basically become the guy. Once he reviews a place, whether it's good or bad reviews, it can make or break the situation, right? He's gone to completely unknown places, tried their food, and if he liked it, if he liked the service, they've become like top dollar places. So he has a lot of influence and he's trying his best to wield it responsibly. One of the big things that people have been waiting on was for him to finally make his way to Atlanta. I was definitely curious about this myself as somebody that grew up here in the city, you know, somebody that sees the restaurant, sees the culture out here, sees how the culture is changing out here. I was definitely on alert when I was like, oh shit, then they out here, it's about to get a little tricky for y'all, which it absolutely did. Now, I will say, during Keith Lee's stop in Atlanta, most of the places that he went to, he did enjoy the food, right? Most of the food got good reviews, got 7 and up reviews, you know, in terms of texture, flavor, seasoning, stuff like that. What he experienced on the low end would be the customer service, which a lot of us were anticipating for him to comment on. But even when he would criticize the places, he would tell his followers not to go hard on the company, right? He says, this is just my opinion. This is what I received today. Doesn't mean that this is how they always are. And I encourage you to go check it out for yourself and form your own opinion, right? So he didn't want to be disrespectful to anyone. His intent is not to break anybody's business. His intent is never to slander anybody or make them feel less than. If he has something that feels like it could use improving, he'll speak on it. If not, he'll keep it to himself. Well, he ended up stopping at this restaurant called the Real Milk and Honey out here, in which he was not even able to be served to get any food, right? Now, when he goes to these places, he shows up and he sends his family in, right? Because people don't necessarily know his family like that. He's more recognizable and he doesn't want his people to receive preferential treatment based on his image or who he is. His family went into this restaurant. They tried to place an order. They were not able to place an order.
My family are in Atlanta, and currently we are at the Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. We are at the Real Milk and Honey on Main Street in College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock. We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock. But we were already here, so we just went inside. I stayed in the car and my family went in and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet the door is wide open and it's people still going in and grabbing their orders. Now we have no idea if those people ordered beforehand or what the case is. Also, the people who relayed this message, my family said were really nice. It's just the rules. And so far being in Atlanta, I found some places do have unique rules and this is one of them. I want to be very clear, we're not blaming one person or saying one person was rude. In plain terms, don't call this restaurant trying to get nobody fired. Ain't nobody do nothing. This is just the rules they had. If you don't like their rules not for you. And for me and my family, the rules just wasn't for us. We just not their target audience. For the record, afterwards, I did walk in and they did recognize me and they attended the services, but I respectfully declined. I'm a normal person. I pay for my food like everybody else. I walk.
Of course, all these videos on their own merit go viral. However, the owner of the Real Milk and Honey has actually put out a statement now trying to defend himself, defend his restaurant and other small businesses. I'm gonna tell y'all before I even get into what they said and did, it's a crock of shit, but let's just get into it.
Did you see this Keith Lee video about the Real Milk and Honey?
And who is this Keith Lee?
Daddy, you don't know Keith Lee?
Yeah.
No.
So as y'all can see, the owner tries to make it seem as if he did not even know who Keith Lee was. His daughter definitely did. I'm sure the wife did. If that's his wife, she knew because she said, did you see what he said? He's sitting there, who's Keith Lee? The motherfucker that put that review up on your ass and got people all up in y'all goddamn DMs and comments laughing. That's the nigga. Yeah, that's him. But then they also put a statement out. The statement reads, first and foremost, thank you, Keith Lee, for your pop-up and honest assessment and for your acknowledgement of understanding that negative vibrations never win. Stay doing what you do and being a positive brother. Second, let's address the negative people that obviously need time to heal within themselves as they came in really hot without actually hearing or had a real understanding for what you actually communicated. Every business, small or large, successful or not, has worked really, really hard to try their best to make their mark in an extremely tough business. As a successful restaurateur owner, I never drag anyone's business, even if I've had a disappointing moment, because I have principles and I know how hard any business worked just to start. I commend any business and any person that got off their ass and just tried. Keith, there's no love lost and we love you. I don't know, man. That statement read a little weird to me. Like, I appreciate them going ahead and giving Keith Lee some love and saying thanks for stopping in, thanks for the honest review, we appreciate it. But then to come off and say I would never criticize anyone else's business, I would never do that, even if I didn't have an enjoyable experience. I know how hard it is to do this type of stuff. Yeah, cool, respect within the culture. But dog, do you understand that restaurants, fast food chains, big restaurants, terrible restaurants, they all encourage or are supposed to encourage reviews, good, bad, or indifferent? Just go on Google. This is there for you. As a restaurant owner, rather than complain about people coming at y'all, how about you get with your staff? How about y'all scale back some of the egregious rules and policies that you have in place? Why don't some of y'all black business owners stop taking it upon yourselves to play the victim when somebody points out where you falling short and where y'all fucking up and don't give a damn? Why don't y'all start hiring actual management, right? Not gonna lie to y'all. I went to Seesaw ATL, one of the smaller locations. I work with this organization. I won't name the organization because they probably don't want this information out there. But we did an event at Seesaw, right? We were offering to pay. They ended up working out a deal saying, no, y'all don't gotta pay. Bring y'all crowd. This is going to be cool. Y'all got your own DJ. Y'all got it from this time to this time. I think it was from like 5 or 6 o'clock to about 10. We get inside. Everything's supposed to be cool with the owner and management. Everybody's on board. As the night progresses, the manager starts pulling me to the side, me personally to the side, trying to figure out, hey, man, y'all might have to get out of here a little early, man. You know, it's not enough people buying plates and shit. I'm like, yo, I see nothing but people buying drinks. They getting plates and stuff. He's like, yeah, not really. I'm like, hey, bro, what the fuck? Like, how did you agree to give us a certain time? And it's a mixer now, just to keep it all the way real. It's a mixer. It's not a dinner party. It wasn't nobody's birthday. Like, it's a mixer. Most likely at a mixer, more people are going to drink than anything and probably order appetizers. That's what comes with a mixer, networking mixer. I'm like, yo, man, the team's not rocking with that. We're not trying to leave. If we have to, that's cool, but can we talk to somebody else? He says, let me go figure this out. They end up saying we could stay. Next thing you know, we get about 9 o'clock. They like, hey, y'all need to kind of start wrapping up. We about to close. Nah, they weren't about to close. They had us double booked. They had another DJ that they wanted to come in, so they had our DJ switch out for theirs so that they could prepare for the next thing. But we were supposed to have it till 10, but they was trying to get us off by 9:30. That wasn't what we discussed. That wasn't what the team understood. But dealing with black business, there you have it. And just off of that one interaction at one time, we brought all these people. We filled this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Just off of that, it's like, all right, I won't be back here. I won't be eating here. I won't bring no other business here. Definitely won't bring no more events here. And that's just a microcosm of what's going on in Atlanta. It's definitely not the only place you'll have that experience at. Unfortunately, so many people have moved here during the pandemic. So many people came here seeking refuge when everything was shut down. They're still here. So much crime came with these people. So many fake entrepreneurs came with these people. So many scammers came with these people. So anytime that Atlanta can have a mirror held up to itself from somebody out here that don't live here, that's not accustomed to it, who's not trying to fit in out here, make it their business to be seen, heard, and liked, I think it's a good thing. I think it's healthy criticism. I think if the Real Milk and Honey wants to elevate and really be one of those top tier places, take the negative review. I mean, the guy didn't get served. He never got any food. Even the other places that he may not have reviewed so kindly, he at least got food on his fucking plate. So off GP, y'all were the worst by default. Y'all didn't even serve his family members. But then y'all want to clean it up once y'all know who he is. Yeah, I'm glad he turned it down. The thing about the entrepreneurial boom that's going on right now is a lot of people want the perks without the work. Everybody wants to look like they got it. Everybody wants to try to pull off this luxurious lifestyle. People want to start these businesses with these luxurious concepts, but y'all don't want to actually provide luxury. Y'all just want the look of it. Y'all want the aesthetic. Life is not about aesthetic. If you can't apply it and get it in the real world, if this looks like a great place on the outside, I see all these wonderful plates on the inside, then I actually get in there, y'all treat me like shit, y'all act like my money's no good, but you definitely want the money. Hell no, I'm not coming back. Hell no, I'm gonna tell somebody this shit fucked up. I'm not with it. The same thing is going on in the hair industry, the makeup industry, right? Everybody's raising prices, but the quality of work is not raising. Same thing is going on in the workforce. The cost of living is raising, but the salaries aren't. And it feels even worse when it happens within your community by people from your community, right? Y'all talk about support black business. When are black business going to support black people? When are you going to have the black businesses outdoing themselves, right? Exerting more effort, putting more effort into customer service. That is the biggest critique of black business. You get treated like shit, but then they upcharge you for every single thing. They damn near want you to show up with your own plate and silverware like you in a goddamn food line. The shit is ridiculous. Again, I'm glad Keith Lee was able to put that spotlight on the city. Hopefully everybody learns from it. They probably won't. I'm sure there's going to be other food reviewers and critics that are going to take the same measures. You know what I'm saying? It's going to bring more negative attention to y'all by proxy, because once Keith Lee does it, there's going to be a slew of other smaller content creators that are going to come here just for the same experience. And they're going to be honest about the shit too. Tighten up. A lot of these places, the managers are ass. I understand a lot of y'all be trying to give people chances in management. Your homeboy cousin them that got out of prison last year, but he was, able to get off probation. He got in a motherfucking diversion program, got the shit up off his record. You want to give him a shot? Put these motherfuckers through some courses, man. Y'all wait staff, be rude, don't act like they don't want to be there, but then expect a tip. That's another thing going on in this shit with these door dashers expecting tips for nothing. Hey, man, everybody tighten up. Y'all want the perks without the work, and y'all acting like jerks. We ain't with none of that type shit, all right? Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no condom. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble. New day, let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. New day, let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. I got 'em, get checked, no problem. Motivate like Wallow, chick gon' follow.